Welcome to English Grammar Spot, Present Simple or Present Continuous, Exercise 1. In this lesson, I'm going to give you 15 sentences that look like the following. I to play football. I will place the verb that you need to conjugate in brackets, so here that is to play, and you have to place it correctly into the sentence, either using a present simple or present continuous. I'm going to give you the following time frame. And time is up, and then I'll give you the answer. I play football. Watch out, they to cross the road. Watch out, they are crossing the road. Because of the words watch out, we know that it's happening right now, so we use a present continuous. Next sentence. I usually to cycle to work. I usually cycle to work. With words such as usually, always or sometimes, we use a present simple. My sister to feed her baby right now. My sister is feeding her baby right now. We know that is happening presently because of the words right now, so we use a present continuous. My mother and I to talk every day. My mother and I talk every day. Words like every day, every year, every month, then we use a present simple. Those dogs to be old. Those dogs are old. Remember, the verb to be conjugates in a completely different way. Usually, Martha to watch every episode of that show, but tonight she to watch a film. Usually, Martha watches every episode of that show, but tonight she's watching a film. In the first part of the sentence, we see the word usually, so we have to use a present simple. But in the second part of the sentence, we are talking about something that's going to happen in the near future, so here we use a present continuous. John not to do a lot of housework usually, he to spend most of his time in the garden. John doesn't do a lot of housework usually, he spends most of his time in the garden. Here, because of the word usually, we know that we have to use a present simple. My neighbour to run a different marathon each year. This year, she to run the marathon in London. My neighbour runs a different marathon each year. This year, she's running the marathon in London. The first part of the sentence, we use a present simple because of the words each year. The second part of the sentence, we use a present continuous because it is something that's happening in the near future. James usually to go on holiday to France, but this year he to go to India. James usually goes on holiday to France, but this year he is going to India. So again, here we use the word usually, so we need to use a present simple. And then the second part of the sentence, something is going to happen in the near future, so we use the present continuous. What are you to eat there? I to eat a pizza, it to be typically Italian. What are you eating there? I'm eating a pizza, it is typically Italian. In the first sentence, we use a present continuous because it's happening right now. In the second sentence, we first use a present continuous because it's happening right now, but in the second tense, we use a present simple because we are talking about a fact. A pizza is Italian. Mary to leave for New York tomorrow, her aunt to live there. Mary is leaving for New York tomorrow, her aunt lives there. For the first sentence, we use a present continuous because we're talking about a plan in the near future. In the second part of the sentence, we use a present simple because it's a fact. Look at Sheila, she to wear your dress. It's certainly to look like it. Look at Sheila, is she wearing your dress? It certainly looks like it. In the first sentence, we use a present continuous because it's happening right now. In the second sentence, we use a present simple because it looks as a fact. Those girls over there to have a lot of fun, they to laugh constantly. Those girls over there are having a lot of fun, they are laughing constantly. Both these instances are happening right now as a present simple. My dog not to bark at night, but he to bark a lot through the day. My dog doesn't bark at night, but he barks a lot through the day. In both these instances, we are talking about a fact. Final sentence. What you to do, Emma? I to spy on Dave because he always to spy on me. What are you doing, Emma? I'm spying on Dave because he always spies on me. The first sentence, something is going on right now. And in the second sentence, we first have something that's going on right now, but in the second part we see the word always, so